world unexplored, no tome unread, no dice unrolled.
So, welcome everyone to this introductory session of Sweet Cherry Pie versus Evil, the game that is so sweet that it kind of hurts. So, we're not gonna explain many rules because it's very rules light game, and then we can maybe explain them as we meet them. So let's just make a quick introduction to the setting. So this game takes place on the so-called Omnom Island, which is an island made of eggs and sugar and flour and everything that makes that it is used to bake. And the same is for its inhabitants. And this sweet paradise, it's threatened by the gluttonies, which these are huge monster-like creatures that appeared on the island a few years ago, and apparently they want nothing else than to devour everything they see. So for this very reason, the queen of the island, Queen Cherry Pie, called every able-bodied or able-sugared inhabitant of the island to take up arms and join the fight against these monsters. And our players are such a party, the so-called warriors, which are, again, inhabitants of the island that have decided to test their ingredients, and whether it's for personal gain and glory, or whether they decided that it was the right thing to do. They joined the fight and banded together, and they roamed the land in search of wrongs to right. So that being said, I think we can start our session. So we start in one of the biggest cities in Omnom Island, one of the so-called capitals. To be precise, we start in the capital of Marsaville, which is the capital of the Ovenians, which is one of the lineages, the kind of nomes, which is the name of the inhabitants of the island, live. It's one of the biggest cities. And we start with a view of one of the main squares of the city, where our players are currently in. So if we want to make a quick round of a description of our players, do you want to take a turn in quickly describing your character? What do you look like?
Yes.
Who wants to start?
Sir Muffian, we start. I am an Ovenian, so this is my town. And I am a delicious muffin with a luscious beard and chocolate chips on top. Thank you very much. My secret ingredient, which constitute my special feature, is I've been made with dodo eggs. And I wear an armored ramkin, which is a heavy armor, and I carry a sword of hard sugar, which I use to fend evil, as my motto is, I will stuff evil's guts with chocolate chips. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Next.
Okay. Next to him, we see Half Milk, Cream Puff, with the standard edgy look. So I have a chocolate hood, a small wafer as my armor, and the Sweet Judgment Blade. So my motto is 100% bittersweet shade.
Edgy.
And last but not least, we have Yoga Mide, or maybe it's Yoga Mead. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yoga Mead.
Yoga Mead, yeah, that
No.
sounds better in English.
I am a yogurt lord of Semifreddos. I am the smallest of the. I'm the smallest of these party of warriors. I am the caster. I am 10% yogurt, 10% style, and 80% devastating magical powers. I have the characteristical wizard hat and the glasses with my flowery stuff.
Oh,
Beautiful. So yeah, as we said, you, Sir Maffion, would be quite familiar with this town. You probably traveled a little bit, and you feel like coming home a little bit. You walk up to the bulletin board, which is present in every Marsville. There are actually many in this town that allocate various kinds of jobs, whether for normal workers or for adventurers. And you see a list of quite menial tasks like cleaning parts of town, very, very normal stuff. But among them, there is one message that kind of strikes your attention. It is a little scroll made of marzipan, of rounded marzipan, that says that every worry that is worth their ingredients should report to the mayor's office for a mission of the utmost importance.
ha! A quest. We shall provide assistance to the mayor. Onward!
We really need to do that, do we?
Yes!
I mean, there's a lot of worries here.
Us!
Come on.
We shall
I'm
not fall!
bored.
Well, if you say so, I guess we can just let you go by yourself. Lead on.
Okay, so you take the message with you and you make your way to the mayor's office, which again is Sir Maffion. You would know where to go, so you don't need to ask for directions. And you get to this big manor on the top of a small hill, and the gate, the front gate, is guarded by two round, quite large cookies with big black chocolate chips and spears made of sugar crystal.
Yes. The pride of my tribe.
So you get to the gate and show the message, and one of these cookies with a big frowny face looks at the message and opens the gate and lets you get in the manor. One inside, an attendant takes you to the mayor's office and knocks to the door. And you feel a voice inside, deep, kind of deep voice that says, "Oh, yes, come in." The attendant opens the door for you and makes a gesture for you to get in, and then closes the door behind you. And you are face to face with the mayor of Capi, of this Marseville, which is called, it's called the Bon Brioche. It's a huge round pastry with a big mustache made of heavy cream, and that is moving in a very frantically and busy way behind a desk, and it's stifling and rifling through some documents. And you notice that he has a very nervous demeanor. In fact, he's actually also sweating a little bit, and he's sweating little lines of dark chocolate that fall on the desk. And actually, some of the documents kind of get stuck to his hands because of this, and he has to shake his hands and try to adjust. And he looks up to you and says, "Oh, yeah, yes, please, come, make yourself comfortable." So I see that you got the message. Yes, good. You seem like strong and capable warriors. Yes.
We
So,
are.
Sir Maffion will march in with purpose to say, my liege, I have come to the rescue of my town. If you demanded my service, please bestow unto me thy quest.
Oh, yes. He seems like a little bit taken aback by your enthusiasm, but then he kind of writes in steps and says, "Oh, yes, please, sit down. Yes, this is a very, very, very delicate. Yes, young man."
It's meta. Half milk will just, like in the most standard way, lean back against the wall, and just brooding, looking in silence at him.
Perfect. So this is a matter of great delicacy. So I would like that everything I say to you does not get out of this office, except for a very few selected noms. Right. So the thing is, we have kind of lost some children.
I'm sorry, sir. I could not hear you. We have what?
Yes. We
Have you lost some chocolate chips?
We lost some children.
Children, you say? My niece, this is outrageous.
Yes, one of the classes of one of the classes of our school disappeared during a school trip. But if you would go to the school and talk to the principal, she will give you much more information. But again, please accept that for her. Please do not speak of this to anyone else. We don't want to spread panic. Okay, I'm sure that we can fix this and everything will be all right. Just we don't want people panicking in the streets.
This is a secret. I sense.
We can't hear you.
Friends.
The
I
audio
shall
was
know
gone.
that we are in the secret mission for the mayor. Let's go.
You shout at the top of your lungs.
If you keep shouting like this, it won't be secret for very long.
Fair point, my friend. Onward, my friends. We shall march forward without questioning further.
Yes. Okay, so on you go and report back to me when everything is fixed. Okay.
I shall be done. Bong.
You slam the door. Bro, the doorknob stays in. You rip the doorknob out and then kind of put it back in.
Sorry.
Yeah. I am shorter and my legs are way shorter than theirs, so I got stuck behind the door.
Oh no!
Reopen the door and wait.
So you slam the door closed and you hear kind of a on the other side of the door.
Oops! I forgot the small one. Sorry.
It's not just how loud you speak, it's also how much noise you make when you move. So if you still want to keep this whole thing a secret, you can just try to move quietly.
But that's so unpurposeful. It feels wrong.
Purpose
hear me out. He's crunchy. He's not quiet.
Yeah, I get that, but purpose is in intention.
Very well. I shall try to contain my enthusiasm for justice, if you so need.
I don't need that. Your major needs that.
Our mayor will understand. A bit of passion never hurts an Eovenian.
As you discussed
do you know where the school is, or
I actually do. Yes, I went there when I was just a little puppy.
So you went to school. That's some
well,
news.
Yes, I did. I am a quite literate friend. Why are you talking to me? Follow me.
Wait,
what?
Does he actually know? Does he actually knows how to read and write?
I do. Yes.
Yes.
I'm not sure why you're questioning it, but
I mean, he's a knight. He's called Sir, so I think that's at least like some education.
I'm a lord and I'm a female, so
yeah. I mean,
you frosty guys are weird. Let's go.
Yeah.
So while discussing again the style of Sir Maffion, you make your way to the school. It's just a short walk from where you are. And when you get to the school, as you were told to, you ask for the principal, and you are taken to in front of another office. You knock to the door, and you hear again a female, but again quite deep voice that says, "Yes, come in." You open the door and you see again another office with a desk, and behind the desk an incredibly tall and large pastry with a big luscious lips made of red sugar, and a pair of round sugar crystal glasses on her eyes, and that is sitting behind the desk. And while sitting, she's probably actually taller than any of you, even while sitting. And she raises her head and yes, I'm Principal Sharpestry. How can I help you?
We are here on behalf of the major about.
Yes, that. Please come in and close the door.
Yeah.
I believe that the Mayor Bombrioche already explained something to you.
Not much, but yes.
Yes. Oh well, I shall explain something else. So basically, every 3 months, one of our classes take a school trip to the capital city, to the sweetheart, in a for a learning opportunity. And just so basically, this morning, the uh, the children of the last trip should have come back, but they are still not here, and we are very worried that something might have happened on the way. The class was made of 10 of our students, and the school driver actually, old Panettone. And when she said you notice that when she says the name Panettone, mm, she pronounces it in a weird way, almost kind of winces. Uh, and she continues by saying, "So please, I have here a map with the road that the cart was supposed to take. So if you could just follow it, and if anything has happened to the children, find them and possibly save them." She's has had a very composed demeanor so far, but when she says actually says that the children might be in danger, you see the large and big hands actually tremble a little bit. She grasps her hands between each other to stop herself from shaking, to kind of give the impression of being cool, but you see that she is actually not cool.
Fear not. I look at Althmic. Fear not, my lady, as we will be certainly en route immediately. So what can you tell us about this Panettone fella?
Oh, he has been the school driver for quite a number of years now. He's a little bit up in age. Uh, he has.
Easy, moldy.
I'm not one to talk bad about our employees, but yeah, he has never been the freshest of pastry, if you know what I mean. I do not think he could do anything bad to the children, but if I do not even think that he would stuck out his neck to save them if danger should arise. So what I mean is, yeah, just be careful, okay?
Very well.
You can
He
see.
could.
You can see Yogamid writing down on a piece of paper, "Moldy coward."
In big letters.
Yeah, it's very big.
Yes.
And
Correct.
so you don't know where he is right now. So he didn't came back too.
No, he didn't came back.
All
Right.
I understand. And 10 students on a carriage driven by a moldy guy. Okay. There's nothing else. That's it.
No, that is all the information we have.
Have there been sightings of dangerous foes on the way?
Well, there haven't been many sightings of, beasts or something worse in these parts, but you never know. The the gluttonies are ever expanding. So I wouldn't think, maybe just maybe something happened, something.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need to keep cool. So, when was the last time you heard of this trip? When they left?
As I say, they were supposed to be here. They were supposed to be here by yesterday, and they haven't been back. The trip usually lasts a week, so they go. It's about a day to get to the sweetheart, and another to come back.
Well, let's not diddle-daddle, friends. If these kids are in danger, we should press on with haste.
Well, for once, I agree. So,
okay, so she hands you the map, and you see, yes, it's a map of the surrounding area with a line that basically marks the road that the cart with the children usually takes to get to the sweetheart and back.
Sir Muffian will look at the map, turn it around, hand it to Half Milk and say, "You lead! Point me to the enemy!"
Point me to the closest danger.
I let out a big sight, and then follow me.
Right.
And I try to find the road.
Yeah, it's easy. You basically need to go out of the city the same way you came in, and
Perfect.
You one. You follow the road that is highlighted on the map that takes you to the woods that surround that are between this Marseville and the Sweetheart, which is the giant cake that is the capital of the island where the queen resides.
Finally, some quiet out of that oven.
And you can easily start to see trucks on the road. Unfortunately, it's a road that is it's quite a busy road in some times of the day, so you don't see just one set of trucks. So with this, let's do the first role of the game. So basically, in this game, your stats, which are your ingredients, are also the things you can use to improve your rolls. So if we were using the physical copy of the game, we would actually not roll dice, but use the pages, pick a page of the manual and look at a series of results. Since we are doing this way, so every one of you, I need you to make a wisdom check, which is your sugar. And so you roll a d8. And you can spend your ingredients, your sugar, to eventually modify the roll if the result doesn't satisfy you.
Yeah. Sir Muffin is not the sweetest kind. Only 3 points in wisdom, so I will not spend any points. And I rolled a 2.
A 2. A 2. Ooh, does not look good.
No, I'm trying to recall. You sent me the file, but it's... Oh, it does not look good. Yes, indeed.
So basically, you are sure you're following the right tracks, and then you actually see that you are following your own footsteps.
Looks suspicious.
So, and the others?
I'll spend one sugar to eventually modify my check. So I made a 3, and with my 1, I'll get a yummy.
Oh, yeah, you got to the 4, which is a yummy result.
Yep.
I'll do the same. But that's exactly the same. I roll a 3, and I'll go to yummy.
Perfect, 2 yummies. So as Sir Muffian, you see clearly he's following his own footsteps. You can each one of you like grabs him for one arm, and you start bringing him in the right direction.
This way.
I got lost.
And amongst all the tracks,
it's like this. Your footstep is like 5 times bigger. So just look at the small ones. It's not.
Well, it's very confusing, you see, because I cannot see small things very clearly. It's probably a battle scar when I was younger. That's a long story.
Okay, so it's not long that you follow these tracks, and you find that one of the tracks actually leads outside of the road. It's the only one. So you start following those amongst the trees, the sweet trees of the spongewood, which is the area where you are now. And again, it's just after you keep basically you get out of sight from the road, you see the rest of a cart which is turned on its side, and there is a writing on the side of the cart. It is written Coupeville School. So you found the right. You're literally on the right path. And at this point, I will ask you to make another sugar check. So same kind of check as before.
This time I will spend one of my sugars.
This time I won't spend one of my sugar because I'm not very
Yeah, because
sugary.
as we said, you're
I actually got a 7 + 1. Yummy.
Hey, yummy, nice. Yes, because as we said, your ingredients are also your hit points. So you need to be careful how you spend them.
Yeah. Also, I had another 3, so it's still good.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah, I'm not spending the ingredient also.
Okay.
All right, no, I'm at a 7, so
Okay, nice. It's
no, yeah, it's still good.
yeah, still good. So some good results. You start, canvassing the scene. You see that the cart again, it's rolled on one side. But it's not very damaged. So actually it's mostly intact, except for the fact that it's on its side. You start again canvassing the scene, and after a while, Sir Mafio, you notice that you are actually stepping in a trail of sugar that leads a little bit away from the cart, and it's basically the only lead you have. It's that and a series of footsteps. You start following it, and after
before we move on,
Yeah.
can we gather some information on what pulled the cart off the road? Is there
So,
any visible
from
impact?
from what you see, there is you see that there is no particular damage to the trees around the cart, except that the one that you would expect if a cart was actually going
Passing
outside of the
through
road.
some-
So uh, from the signs of the cart, you see a little bit of damage made to the branches to the side. So you gather that, given that you had a very good result of the road, you gather that probably the cart made this piece of the kind of sped up to get out of the road, but unfortunately you cannot see many things that you cannot gather what made it go outside of the road, except maybe from your yummy result. One thing that you can see is that you not only see broken branches at the height of the cart. You also see some broken branches in a much higher position amongst the kind of the top of the trees.
Okay. I will point that to my colleagues. Be careful. Something large is afoot. Onward.
large or that can move between the trees, between the branches.
I have a bad feeling.
I mean, what's new?
Yeah, precisely.
That's a scary feeling.
Yeah, you always have bad feelings.
He's a softie. It's in his nature to be scared. Onward.
Okay, so you follow the sugar truck, and you keep your ears and your eyes open, but you don't see or hear anything strange as you go. And after a while, the trail leads you to a small clearing among the trees. And basically, on the other side of the clearing from where you are, you see a little opening in a wall of rock. So it's a little cave. The entrance of this cave has been mostly covered with little small boulders, rocks made of sugar, of course, branches, and it's mostly covered except for a small hole, more or less in the middle of this opening. And from this small hole, you see that it's from the other side, peering outside, you see actually a face. The face of an old pastry with a great beard made of old sugar that it's looks at you with a big wide eyes and a terrified look on his face, and he's trying to you see that he's trying to he makes frantic gestures with his hand and you he doesn't speak actually, but he's frantically gesturing. You're a little bit yeah, you are perplexed. So you make a few more steps into the clearing, and you see that he's actually making gestures like, be quiet or get away. And as you realize this, again, given that you have had a very good result on your wisdom check before, especially you, Sir Maffian, you realize that it's probably, whatever is dangerous is nearby. So you raise your head just in time as you hear rustling on the branches above you, and then you hear with a screech, and in front of you, and it does not take you by surprise. You see a Casserasta, which is a huge beast with a body, a modular body made of dirty oven trays, and with a big jagged metal mouth in his front. And this beast lunges towards you, and we're starting a fight. Okay. So initiative. For the initiative, basically you have to add your butter and your milk, and whoever has the highest number goes first.
I have a 9.
Also 9.
Hofmik goes first.
Yes.
All right.
And if I recall correctly, I'll be second because you are a freezy type, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Right. So, without speaking, without saying a word, Half Milk rolls under the beast, the glutton, and while rolling, unseats the judgment blade, and I just slice.
Okay, perfect.
Let's see
so make
what
me
it's
a
made
roll,
of.
combativeness, so leavening roll to see if you hit.
Okay, let's start hard. So I'll spend an ingredient.
Okay.
All right, that's not so good. I rolled the 6 and I'm transforming it into a 7, so it's still good.
Okay, it's still good. So it's a hit. It's a hit, and you have actually a heavy weapon. Yes. So you actually inflict the base damage, which is 2 damage. So you roll under this creature's body, the Casserast, and you slice from below, and you take a chunk of metal out of the beast, which oh. Okay. So next one.
Sir Muffin will wield his sword of hard sugar, spend 1 point, and barely does. Still good, because I rolled a 2.
Okay, so again, same thing. So you inflict your base damage, which is again for a heavy weapon. It's
yes.
It's 2 damage. So you
gone, fiend! Clank.
Perfect. Well, yeah, you bang your sword on the face of this creature, and the sword bounces back, but you have inflicted quite a bit of damage. So third one, it's Yogamid. It's up to you.
I'm casting a fire mellow.
Perfect. So you're casting a spell. Okay, so make your roll.
Excuse me. The spells were under
It's sugar.
this
Sugar.
sugar.
Yes.
All right. I keep mixing up the spell
I think that's
ingredients.
what you're
So
supposed to
I'm
do with
gonna-
ingredients. Mixing them up.
Exactly.
Oh, smart.
I'm gonna spend 2 willpower, 2
Okay.
milks to get 1 sugar point.
Okay.
I'll get a 6,
Advanced skills.
and it doesn't matter because I just used 1. So
Okay.
it's
Rolled
just it's my base damage that's 1.
Okay, so it's still good. Yes, another damage.
Yep.
That's
But
nice.
I gained a wisdom.
Oh yeah,
using
because you
my
used
secret
your
ingredient.
secret ingredient. Perfect. Okay, so you inflict another damage and you are lowering the resolution. Perfect. So again, yes, you flick this kind of a little small but still hot fireball to the Casrat and hit it on the side with burning a little bit of his body. But now it's
A little
my
fiery
turn.
marshmallow.
Yeah. So I can spend, you lowered my resolution to 5. I still can spend these points. So I cannot use my special ability because I have less than 6. But still, unfortunately, I can hit you, and you all suffer 1 damage to all of your ingredients. But keep in mind, if you have armor, you can lower this loss. If you have heavy armor, you can subtract 2 to the damage you receive, and if you have light armor, you can subtract 1.
So instead of taking 5 damage, I will be taking 3 damage. Is that correct?
Yes. So you take 1 to 3 ingredients.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so
Well,
this
from sugar
creature's thrashing body kind of hits you, and you are you are taken a little bit aback, and you are a little bit injured, but the fight is still on. New turn, same order as before, so half milk.
Well, I mean, it worked before. I think it's gonna work again. I'm slicing.
Perfect. Make your roll.
I'll spend another evening,
Okay.
and that's if I rolled a 1 and I spent a evening, I can go back to
Yes,
8, right?
absolutely. You can go backwards
So-
and make it an 8. So yes, nice. So it's a
I'll
yummy.
make it an 8.
Yummy,
Yeah,
and
plus
it's
2.
a +2, so it's 4 damage. Nice.
nice.
Very nice. So you again
It's-
you roll
I'll
and you
jump on the back of the
Yes.
thing
Oh,
and just stab
cool.
like 3-4 times before letting myself fall.
Yes, and the blade, your blade goes deep into this creature's body, which screams and then moves, and you jump and roll and get out of the situation.
Sir
Perfect.
Manfield, finish it.
Not very nice. You have inflicted some heavy damage to this thing.
How's the thing holding on?
It's
Severely damaged?
yeah. It's not looking good for the creature. You have actually it lost like the last part of its body, kind of detached, and the other you damaged it quite heavily. It's
All right,
not on death's door, but it's kind of close.
All right, I'll push caution to the wind and attack, spending 2 leavening.
Nice.
I roll 6, which pushed me to 8. That's good.
Ooh, it's another 4
Yummy.
damage. Very nice. Now, again, you slash this thing, and it's barely holding on. It's really on its last leg.
And so am I.
So, and Yogamid?
I'm using again a fire mellow, but this
Nice.
time I'm gonna use 2 wisdom livening, so I can
Okay.
move by 2 places. I made the 7, so just by using 1, even though I
Nice. An
consumed
8.
2.
So it's 1 and plus
I
2,
got
so
an
it's
8.
3 damage.
Yes, but
Yes.
because this spell, if I deal at least 2 subsequent damage for the turn, So I
Enemies?
suppose that these are at
Hmm?
least 2.
Yes.
You
Enemies
lose
lose an
another
additional point to the
block.
resolution. Yes. It would be very nice, except that please, Yogamida, describe how you finish this creature because you have killed
It
it.
was already dead.
I was a bit
Overkills.
hungry, so I decided that I wanted to eat the creature.
Okay.
And my fire mellow went exactly in the point where Half Milk slashed it open
Okay.
and the creature started burning from the inside.
Perfect. Yes, yes. You all see a red fiery glow start to come out of the creature. The metal of its body it starts becoming red, and it's thrashing, screaming about, which goes on for about, I don't know, 30 seconds or so. It's probably quite an agonizing death, and in the end, it slumps to the ground and the ground starts actually sizzling a little bit under it, and about after a minute or so, it seems to cool down, and it lies there completely dead. And
another foe vanquished. Good job, team.
yes, and given again that the island and its inhabitants are made kind of the same things, you can actually harvest your enemy to get back some of your ingredients. So if you want, you can check the insides of this creature, which have been perfectly cooked by Yogamit's fire spell. And you can get back 2 parts of butter, 1 part of milk. You can divide them amongst who needs them the most. 3 parts of yeast, 2 of eggs, and 1 of sugar. If you don't need them right now, you can actually keep them and use them later. You can also use them during combat outside of an action.
All right. Well,
I
I need some combativeness, but I think
Yeah.
you need it too, Sir Mafio.
Yes, yes.
We
I
have
do.
how much yeast do we have?
I
3?
am 3 on 7. Yes.
Okay, I'm 3 out of 5. But how much do we harvest?
Yes, you harvest 3 units of yeast.
All right. So I think you can get 2 and I get 1.
I shall. Thank you very much.
I'll get sugar.
Yes,
The only
you have
one
1 sugar.
that
Yeah,
we
take the
harvested.
sugar. And then we have how
Two,
many eggs?
2 butter, 2 eggs,
Okay.
and 1 milk. You can,
Does
yes, you
anyone
keep.
need butter?
I do
Yes,
need 1
because
butter.
I do too.
Yeah, but I don't care. I take the milk if
Okay.
anyone needs it.
No, I don't care about milk.
So we can store the eggs for later eventually, right?
Eggs. Well,
Yeah,
I need
3
an egg.
eggs.
If you want to
I'm
take an egg,
sure.
Oh, if you need it,
I'll
go ahead.
take the 1 egg.
Oh, and also one
I
thing that
spent 1.
I sorry, I forgot to mention. At the end of the fight, each one of you takes back 1 ingredient of each ingredient that you lost. Sorry,
Oh,
I
perfect.
kind of forgot.
Oh.
all right. That's
So,
Then
that's
my
great.
bad. My bad.
Then we
Then
have
I don't need the egg.
butter. Yeah, I don't need the egg either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
good
I
then.
forgot.
I
That's
don't
good.
even need the butter. So I think we have something.
Perfect.
We can store a bit.
Yeah, we
Or
can
later.
store. We can spare the 2 butters, the eggs.
Yes, and the egg, I believe.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. So now the beast lies dead, and now that the beast lies dead, you see that after you felled it and started harvesting the ingredients, you started hearing some rumors behind you. You heard the rumors of some rocks falling, and you see that the old pastry that was holed up in the cave just freed up enough passage to get out, and is now looking at you with very big wide eyes. You see it's an old pastry with a gray beard made of expired sugar, probably, that looks at you and think, thank you, brave heroes. Thank you. You saved me from the beast. Thank you. And starts, kind of gesturing and bowing to you.
You're the driver.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. I am Panettone.
Panettone?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes. You seem like the moldy guy that will leave kids behind.
But please, sir, it was not my fault that that beast started chasing us when we were on the road with a cart. I tried to escape, but it toppled the cart on its side. Me and the children escaped, but then the beast was actually another thing came. It was. Oh, it starts almost too afraid to say it. It was
I try to
yes.
peek in the cave just to see if there's anyone else, or
Okay.
he's by himself, as I suspect.
Yeah, you try to
But
pick, and it's very dark, but from what you can see, you see and hear basically nothing from inside the cave.
okay, so
There was uh, uh, oh, Queen, protect me. A gluttony actually came and took the children.
Oh,
I saw the direction, but the beast came back. I had to hide. Please, I saw the direction that it went, so I can say I can tell you where it went. Please. So
where it is. We shall find it, and we shall vanquish it. Where is it?
yeah. Took the children and went that way, and he points to a direction which is basically to your left, inside, deeper into the sponge woods. And
Very well.
okay,
Make
yes, yes.
haste. Prepare the cart. We shall be back with the children. And
Oh,
you better hope they're all safe and sound, or I'll have your head. Well, not
oh,
your
oh,
head, well, your
absolutely.
cheeks.
I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you at the cart. Of course, of course. Again, he starts bowing frantically.
Onward, my friends, to battle.
I think it's healed. Maybe we should put a
What?
stop on its suffering.
What?
You have
I
some
think it's
kind of
normal.
disease. You can see it's bowing. It's probably a back thing.
You see, he's
Uh,
actually walking backwards and bowing a little bit. But when he gets to the limit of the clearing, he turns around and starts going into the woods, but in the direction of the cart. So he probably will do as you said.
I better.
yeah, I
I don't
think
like this.
No one does, but we do need a ride.
yeah, I won't lead back children. Like, yeah, I can't really. Oh, they make so much noise. So yeah, I won't taking them back. We'll save them, and he'll bring them back to the city.
Sure, I guess.
Do we need
Let's go.
fire? Maybe a torch?
Watch what?
I
It's
mean,
dark inside.
we are not heading into the cave. We're just gonna go deeper in the forest.
Yes,
This
it's
way, my softy-headed friend.
you
Yeah, but the
you
fire
still have
is
light, so it's not
there.
a problem. But
I mean, and also you can produce like a lot of fire.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot.
I mean,
yeah, you can.
Why
You
not
never need
melt?
it. For now, you don't need it, but it's going to be very easy. You can actually also just basically snap a branch, and Yogamid can light it, and it would make for a nice torch. Yeah, it's not particularly
You can have
hard,
a
but
marshmallow on top on fire.
yes,
I
exactly.
keep forgetting that I'm good at setting stuff on fire.
Oh well.
Yeah, yet you're made of ice cream, which is baffling. Anyway, maybe there is a bit of a Novanian inside you. Maybe. The best part of you, evidently.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm squidgy.
let's not deal with that further. Let's go.
You head up in the direction that the old Panettone told you, and after a while, yeah, you kind of start to see signs of something quite big traversing the woods. Again, you see snapped branches and big footsteps of something very large and very heavy moving into these woods.
yeah, we didn't actually ask for a description of what's awaiting.
So he said that it
Well,
was a gluttony, and you know
Okay.
the aspect of the gluttony. There are
Okay.
huge humanoid creatures with a head which is entirely comprised of a mouth, inside of which there are two small, like white yellowish eyes. These tracks are so evident. We actually don't need to roll to see this because they are quite evident. And after quite a bit, let's say about a few minutes of walk, you get to another clearing. There is a small cliff, and on this small cliff, another cave. And it's unfortunately you can see very easily the signs of the corruption that these creatures bring with them, the gluttonies, because the mouth of the cave is actually made from dark and jagged crystals that jut out a little bit, almost as the cave itself is kind of a mouth with sharp teeth. And you get a little bit closer and you see that the entrance of the cave is actually a tunnel going down quite steeply, basically a 45-degree descent. And it's long enough that you do not see anything from that awaits you outside. And it's also quite dark. So and given that the walls itself are basically black, it is very hard to see whatever it is inside.
All right. This is it, my friends. Danger afoot. Stay behind me. I'll lead the way.
Yeah, maybe get a light before heading in head first. Where does your head end, and where? I mean, your
my
whole
head ends where it needs to end. Don't question.
Right. I'm sorry.
Here.
You can carry the torch. I need two hands to carry the sword. So stand behind me and pull the torch above my head. Don't melt.
I also need two hands for the swords.
Yeah, you can place a marshmallow on top of my sword. Let's do that.
Won't it melt your sword?
It's hard candy. Forged in the fires of the Ovadian towns. A little marshmallow won't hurt it.
Yeah, it won't.
Stick it on the sword. Stick it on the sword.
I
there.
Smear
Perfect.
all the fiery marshmallow on all the blade. Now
It
basically
starts.
have a
mighty
flaming
impressive.
flame.
Yeah, your blade lights up with a little bit of a blue, kind of blue yellow flame.
Aha! This shall vanquish any foe. I should have done it sooner. It's much more impressive. Let's go.
Okay, so you start going down this steep descent into the cave, and as soon as you get in, your steps begin to reverberate because of the enclosed space, and you go down for quite a bit, and kind of you start after a while. You kind of start to not hear, not see, but kind of smell something. Something is being cooked gap down the cave. And in that very moment, you hear something. You hear a cluck, and all the jagged surface that you were using to get your footing in an instant turns completely smooth, and you start sliding down without the chance to grab onto anything. You start sliding faster and faster and faster until you.
It's a trap.
Yes, definitely. Until you see you are thrown in a cave, you roll on yourself a little bit, and you are thrown to the ground of a huge dark cave. You get your bearings and start looking, yes, around you. You are again in a huge dark cave. There is a table pressed on one side of the cave. It's a very tall table. It's made for something that it's many times taller than any of you. But you can see on top of this table quite a grim spectacle, because you see cakes and pastries and many kinds of sweets, which were evidently made with the inhabitants of the island. And quite behind the corner, you actually see a light, the light of an oven, and you start hearing a voice. You hear a voice going, "Hmm?" And you hear an incredibly deep voice saying, "I smell fresh ingredients.
Oh, you foul beast. What you smell is your doom.
As you
Come forward so I can stab you with my sword. Where the fuck are you?
as you shout this, you start hearing dum, 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 a few very
Go
heavy
back. You're tall. Go back.
very heavy steps, and peeking around the corner is this huge humanoid form of made of dark skinned and round with very large, very long hands. The hands are so long that they get to basically to the knees. This creature that has again the face is just this big mouth with a yellowish blinking lights, and it actually has a hook, a chef's hat on the top of this head, and a big cleaver in one of its hands, and you see that it steps around the corner and looks at you, and from inside you see these beady eyes. They start glowing wider, and you hear this mouth with this voice that comes from actually inside the mouth. You see, what do we have here? And it raises the cleaver, and we start the fight.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Okay.
same thing as before. Same initiative, we calculate. So I believe half Nick goes first.
Yes. Well, since I think the gluttony is distracted by Sir Mafio, that's taunting.
Yes, definitely.
Kinda.
Given that he shouted and he's the biggest of you, and it's probably like the most colored one because of your armor, and this. So he's definitely the most. He's distracted. He's looking straight at Sir Mafion.
My flaming sword.
By blending in the darkness, I ran towards the glutton, and once again I slice. So
nice.
I
like how you described,
consistency
using
in your
the
plan.
shadows. So I kind of bending the rules here. I give you a one free tick to your results.
Yeah.
So let's say it's kind of a surprise attack.
Very good. So I won't be spending anything. Well, it's a 3, so with a free tick, I'm going to 4 + 1.
Yes. So it's a yummy. Nice. So you have a heavy weapon, so it's 3 damage. Very nice.
Yes. So I will slice the back of the knee, or where I think the knees are of this.
Yes, it does have knees. It's just that the legs are so thick and fat that it kind of looks like just a trunk, but you kind of see where it bends, and you stab the leg in that point.
So and I keep running away, so
You'll never know what it
go
does.
back in the shadows.
Yes, perfect. So it's Sir Mafion.
Sir Mafion will charge straight ahead. Rightful vengeance.
No subterfuge. Onward!
I rolled a 4, and I forgot to use my... Well, it's lucky. It's yummy!
Nice. So it's a +1. Again, 3 damage. Very, very nice.
I stab him in the stomach. He doesn't have a stomach. I stab it in the...
Oh, it does have a stomach. It has a very large, rotten stomach that you stab it. It's actually, you would expect something like this to be kind of not hard, but it's actually almost hard as rock. But you still, you use all your strength and stab this creature in the stomach.
Taste the fury of the Ovenians, you foul beast!
And Yogamid, your turn.
I'm going to set him on fire from the inside.
Once again.
I'm going
That's a
to
good plan.
spend
Once could work twice.
2 wisdoms to be able to move 2 places.
Okay.
And I don't need to because I made a 4, so it doesn't make any sense.
Nice.
And I also reduce his resolution by 1 because I dealt 2 damages with my...
So an additional 1. Okay, so it's 2 damage.
Yep,
Very
because
nice.
it's the spell. At least 1, so
okay,
it's not
so
damage, but just a resolution.
We actually
reduction.
dealt 9 damage in 1 turn.
Yes, and you lowered its resolution a lot. So it's you So Half-Mick stabs it in the leg. Sir Maffion, you hit him in the front, and then you will throw a fireball that goes right into its mouth, and you see it goes. You see a column of smoke getting out. It's actually almost stunned, and you see he tries to hit you with a cleaver. And so since you lower this resolution so much, I am actually going to have to roll to see if it hits you.
Nice.
So, okay. Yes, it does, but it's a very basic
nice.
it's a very basic hit, and it does not use its special ability. So every one of you lose one ingredient of each kind, minus your bonus from the armor.
Yeah. Before that, I have a question.
Yes.
The secret ingredient does also work the other way around?
No,
Or it's
no,
just
it does
one
not.
way?
It's just one way.
Right then.
I forgot what the garnish does, but
The garnish is for character development.
Yes,
when
it's
you
basically
roll
your experience.
the exact number.
okay.
When you roll on the dice the exact number before moving it, before tweaking it, you check one of the 5.
So I can completely ignore it.
You check. And when you complete it, you can improve one of your ingredients by 1.
Oh,
The
But the maximum, not
Character
Yes, the
progression.
max.
Yeah.
the actual,
Yes.
not the current one.
Yeah, got it. Maximum.
Okay, so this thing hits you a little bit with a cleaver. You can avoid most of the damage, but it's still so big, and it's actually very fast for its size. But you try to avoid most of its damage, and it's a new turn. So again, Half-Mick.
Well, just as before, this time I'm gonna be a bit more straightforward. So I'll jump on its back.
Okay, nice.
It worked once, it can work twice.
Yes, I mean, it's going. So I'll spend 1 combativeness.
Okay.
So 1 evening. Oh, nice. I rolled a 7, and with 1, I go to 8.
Yummy.
So +2.
Okay. +2. So it's 4 damage. Okay.
Yes.
Very nice. You are tearing this thing apart. It is, you see, it's very, very hurt. You see,
But this time I won't let myself fall. So I'm just grabbing on its back and
okay, nice. So I'll tell you, give me make me an either an endurance or give me an X roll, endurance.
All right, I'll spend
if you make
1 endurance.
If you make it successful, so Sir Maffion will have a little bit of a bonus to its attack. I like this idea.
All right.
I like the advantages.
All right, I made a 6 and I bring it to a 7.
7, it's still good.
So it's still good.
I like it. So yes, you cling to this creature's back, and you are able to recline its head a little bit, distracting it. So you see Sir Maffion that Half-Mick has basically opened up the front of the enemy for you to attack. So for your next attack, you also have a free tick on your result.
Excellent. I shall douse my head with the juice of ferocity, which I have no idea what does, but sounds good, so I will do it.
The juice, basically, you drink it, and your next attack automatically deals +1 damage.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's a kind of a berserker juice.
And with my 1 point of combativeness, I go for a yummy.
Nice. So let's see if
the +1 or the +2, Yummy?
At the +2.
The 4. Oh, the 8.
I rolled 1 and goes to 8.
Okay.
You gave me the +1,
so it's actually
to 8.
5 damage.
Yes.
Okay.
5
so
damage.
please, Sir Maffion.
A hell of a hit.
Yes. Also, Sir Maffion, please describe how you brutally murder this poor demon.
That was an efficient fight.
Yeah.
All right. So as Half-Mick is dangling from the back of the creature, Sir Maffion will charge forward, pushing with the head back on his shoulders, let's say, on his ass if he has one, and proudly stand on top of it with his flaming sword, which is kind of dirty at this point, not much flaming anymore. and stab him repeatedly with the righteous fury of the
Yeah,
Iranians.
definitely. And
You
we have
fainted.
kind of a Lord of the Rings cave troll situation. So you have half Mick hanging on the back, and you stab him and stab him and stab him, and in the end, you see this creature starts to sway, and you see this the lights in the eyes start to slowly go out until they go out completely, and this thing falls, and the whole cave shakes a little bit. And then after a few seconds, there is only silence. So first
No
things
one can
first,
stand the righteous justice of the Ovanians.
yes, you just vanquished one of the worst monsters that are actually roam the land. So first things first, you get back one ingredient for each type.
Oh yeah.
And basically, there is so much between harvesting your enemy's body, and you can also harvest the things on the table, because it's it would be
It would be a
kind of
waste
foolish to let it go to bed.
them.
Yes, you basically can recover up to 4 points of every ingredient.
All right.
It's so good I didn't even need it. I will straight march on to the other room where he came from, looking for the kids.
Yeah, you see that in the other, it's not a room, more like just a little corner of the cave, where a very big oven it's running. You see the fire made with the sugar wood under it, and there was something that was cooking on the fire, which unfortunately, of course, you cannot do anything for this poor Nomnian that was put into the oven. So, but you can clearly.
Kids.
Yeah, you can clearly see that it was not the kids.
Sad, but who cares? The kids.
I lower the oven temperature a bit because it's too high.
You might melt.
Yeah, you were starting to sweat. Your milk, you sweat a little bit. You were probably going to evaporate.
Actually, I was fearing that the nomnion inside was getting burned. I'm just dialed down the oven a bit.
Very, very considerate on your part. Okay, so after this,
disappointment is immeasurable.
you are able to, with helping yourself with your weapons and various things, you are able to get a grip and get out of the cave. You could have tried to do it earlier, but you were interrupted by the gluttony, of course. So you get out of the cave, and you see that
the kids.
Yes, you are out of the.
Kids?
You did not find the kids in between all the things that were in the cave.
Where are they?
Yeah, that's curious to say the least.
Wait,
Trapped.
was this the right cave? Did we
must
turn
be.
right the wrong way again?
You definitely went the right way, the way that was given to you.
Eat panettone, light wash.
Yeah, that's.
Should we burn him?
I'm starting to smell the
with
mold.
Sticky fire.
You like fire too much to be a Frosty.
Yeah. That does not make sense. Well, anyway.
You sure there's not some mold also in well, I mean.
Moldy little bastard may have led us into a trap, hoping that we would die.
Yeah, but what does he get from kidnapping kids?
The old bastard.
Well, that's quite an explanation. Makes sense. Well, what do we do? We find him and make him pay?
I don't really know at this point. I'm a bit of a loss. There were no kids. There were a lot of cakes, but no kids.
Well, not race of the kids. I mean, let's get back to the cart first and find this Panettone guy and actually ask him some question, maybe less kindly than we did before, with a bit more of
sticky fire,
spice.
Not like I was particularly kind at first, but yeah, sure, I can.
No, that's true, but I mean, there's also less kind with, we can try with swords.
Yeah, but let's put on the record that I wanted to
burn
burn
the
him
guy.
before.
Yeah, we know.
It has
That's-
been noted. Your instincts are always burn things, so it's not very particular.
yeah, that's like your basic interaction with things.
Yes, and with this rising suspicion inside you, you trace your steps back towards the cave and the cart. Okay, so you trace your steps back to the cave, and this time you can actually see, yeah, there is the body of the Castras is still there, just rotting away. You see a series of steps. You see them pretty easily because they are the only ones, and they're not, from someone that wants to hide. You see a series of tracks that belong to quite evidently to an adult gnome, but then you see a great number of smaller footsteps. Almost like a group of children, and they actually lead outside of out. They go out from the cave and into the woods, in the direction where you saw the cart. This, gives a little bit more speed to your steps. You start, suspecting something, and you get back to the cart. When you get back to the zone where you had seen the cart, you do not see it, but you hear something. You hear something in the direction of the road. You hear a series of small voices, saying something like, "Is this a game, mister? Where are we going? When can we get back home?" And another voice that says, "Shush, kids!" And noises of someone trying to getting quite a pushing something, either pushing or pulling something pretty heavy.
I shall march forward with purpose.
I put a hand on your shoulder, and I just make this gesture by putting a finger on my mouth. Purpose, but silent purpose, quiet purpose,
Very well.
sharp purpose.
If you want to be quiet, every one of you give me a butter roll with.
Okay.
I'm gonna need to spend some butter.
Yeah, I'll spend 2 points of butter.
I'll spend one. Don't underestimate me.
Okay.
All right. I rolled a
that's
6,
a 4.
so I go to 8.
Nice. Yummy.
So, a yummy 1. Straight with a 4. Didn't even have to spend.
Yeah, I spent it 1 and I went to yummy. The 4.
Very nice. 3 yummies. So you actually are able to be very quiet, which is quite a new experience for Sir Matthew.
So hard.
So difficult. But you see on the road, you see the old Panettone, which is pulling the cart itself. That's why he was pretty evidently, in quite a bit of fatigue. And on the cart, you see the children, about 10, maybe a little croissant, that are all standing and sitting inside the cart. And they are going, you see that he's going the way out. He's not going towards the city, but away from the city.
Motherfucker.
That's the time, now that we know what's going on, something bad, we intervene. So if you want to, I don't know, introduce yourself once again, Sir Matthew, you can do that with all your purpose you think it's necessary.
That's why I like it. You want to step on the sides to pincer maneuver the mother?
Oh, well, I'll be on the back to avoid...
My back or his back?
No, he is back, so
all right, that's okay.
He can't run away.
Perfect. That was the idea.
Yogamid, please don't set the children on fire.
I don't want to set the children on fire.
Oh, please don't.
I want to set him on fire.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so what do you want to do? How do you want to proceed?
I shall purposefully march forward. Panettone, you moldy scarce bread! Come here, you scoundrel!
You see, as he turns around at the sound of the booming sound of Sir Matthew's voice. His eyes very quickly darts between you, Sir Matthew. You're the only one that he has seen so far, and the cart. And he probably makes some quick mental math. He knows that he's never gonna be able to outrun you. So you see that he grabs one of the kids and pulls out from behind his back a knife made of jagged sugar crystals, and kind of points it to the kid and says, "Hold on, hold on."
You
I
dare
will
threaten
try
our kids?
to sneak upon him while
Very good.
Sir Mafio taunts him to disarm him.
Okay, very nice. Yes, you had a very good result before, so I'm not gonna make you roll again. Also because Sir Mafion is it's kind of center stage right now. Yes, yes. So
Doing my usual.
So
Thank you very much.
it's very well distracted.
yes. So half make make me either yes, yeah, I would say make me a butter roll.
Right. I'll spend again 2 butters. I rolled again a 6, so we go to
Very
8.
nice.
Yummy,
Yes,
yummy.
basically you with this result you can disarm him any way you want. So describe the
All
scene
right.
to me.
So I'm sneaking up from the back of the cart.
Yes.
The children sees me because they're there, and I just gesture them.
You hear some giggling.
Exactly as I did with Sir Mafio. That's the same gesture.
Okay.
The
I mean,
children.
we're
And,
compatriots. Makes sense.
Yeah. It's because you're compatriots. And as I am like inches from him, I grab his arm and pull it back, the arm with the knife, pull it back from the
Yes,
child.
you
in turn,
yank.
with my knife, I pulled my knife to his neck.
Okay,
So-
you yank his arm back. You actually,
Yes,
the knife flies from his hand. You actually hear some cracking sound coming from his shoulder.
Yeah, I don't
you
really
see
care about his welfare
probably not.
right now.
I figure so. And he screams, "Ah!" And you point your blade to his throat, and he just as soon as he realizes what happened, he completely freezes, and
I
he's basically at your mercy.
assumed, Panettone, I had a bad feeling about you, but betraying your country, taking our children
I don't
to
care.
moldy bread.
You see, I hate these kids. They are so loud. For years, I put up with these kids. I was gonna sell them to the gluttonies. I was gonna get rich. And now you ruined everything. You see that he's
Oh,
so mad that his eyes are wide open, and he also you actually spits a little bit of chocolate near Smuffin from his.
ew.
He's so angry, but he can't do anything. He's old and weak. His only hope was to shield himself with the kids, and you have
I
completely
always
at your
assumed
mercy.
that Pandoro was better than Panettone.
Ouch! Shots were fired today.
That's fired.
Okay.
You are under arrest by the authority. I don't have authority. I have my justice on my side, and that's the all authority I need.
You kind of have some authorities. It's not official, but war is basically can act as some sort of police force.
By the sword in my hand, I have all the authority I need.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so you get both the kids and the old felon back to the Marseville.
I
you
should
get
point out that all the way home, me and the kids will be chanting songs loudly.
Perfect.
Very loud.
Very loud.
Sir Mafio, you can pull the cart.
Yes,
and pull the children, and we will be some hundreds of meters before you ahead, so you can chant. I'll escort
so you
Panettone.
make sure I'm following. Smart.
Yes, yeah.
Yes,
I will
and-
sing louder so you can hear me clear from the distance.
Thank you.
Yes, and
no worries,
all
my
along the
friend.
road, you have Mika, you can hear the faintest echo of the song of the Sir Mafia and the kids are singing. That it haunts you, and it probably will haunt you for many days to come. But you get the kids back to the school. You are greeted by the principal with a very big sigh of relief. She points you to the mayor to get your reward. Yes.
Good.
So as you go back to the office of the mayor again, he greets you very happily as you say everything that has happened to him. He gives you a very chocolatey embrace, and then he sits back on his desk with a very big sigh of relief. And says, "Oh, well, gentlemen, this is your reward." He gets quite a big sack on its desk, and you can see that it contains 5 ingredients of each kind, which is quite of a big reward because again, ingredients are also the currency that is used on Nom Nom Island, and he pushes it towards you. Ah, thank you for doing this now. Oh, I feel much better. But oh boy, now I'm gonna have to explain to the parents everything that's happened. Oh boy. And he takes out a napkin and starts patting his forehead, which is getting again sweaty with big chocolate drops.
Oh, you're not late for the job. Well, I'm not gonna do it for you, so whatever.
And you step out of the mayor's office with a pretty big fat reward on you and the sense of accomplishment for vanquishing some evil and doing overall a good job. So congratulations, you have saved the day.
We rolled like maniacs, dude.
Yeah, we
Yes.
crashed through the fights.
Yes, you were very lucky.
Basically creating every roll. So
I was quite unbalanced. We fucked it up.
Yeah, but it was fun. Okay,
Well,
thank you.
definitely.
Thank you everyone for
Thank you.
playing today.
Thank you.
Thanks for the game. It was fun.
Thank you.
Sorry
Bye.
for being loud. I'll go back to being normal.
It was perfect.
Yeah. Open heart.
Yes.
Open heart.
Goodbye to everyone and stay fresh.
Stay fresh.
Thanks for staying with us. If you've enjoyed yourself, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.